Hey guys, it's Johnny Martin. Okay, it's been a little while since I posted. You know, stuff comes up. I have to go. Take care of other things. Care about you guys. But hey, check this out. Look, last time when I was talking to you guys about paperwork, I'm gonna touch base a little bit on this paperwork. This paperwork right here, when I told you about your construction and your things, it's also a cost estimate breakdown. This is what your bank wants to see. So that's why you either hire a contractor or a homeowner builder. You have to do an outline and show the bank how much everything's going to cost. Therefore, they can properly be able to do payouts. Like so often, like I'll get to that too. I'll get it clear, but I just wanted to make sure why this is going to be important for your breakdown to show the bank. All right, you know. So the last time I was talking to you about we were getting ready to go to start doing the framing work. Let's say the concrete's done. My friend hasn't finished. He's getting his lumber and all that. I'm gonna go take pictures and show it to you guys how everything gets going. But when you hire your carpenters, your framers, they're gonna snap out lines. They're gonna make sure where the doors are gonna go, where everything's gonna go. This is the skeleton of the whole house. Okay, the roof y todo acá, right? Once that's done, there's a thing called shear. I'll try to get some visuals so I can show you. But let's say, okay, okay. So let's say, okay, this is your concrete right here. Okay, this is your concrete. Just, and then they're gonna build on it. I need a new marker. I left this open last time. And they're gonna frame. They're gonna frame. Oh, here goes a window. Oh, here goes a door. Whatever your plan says, you know what I mean. Here's a door. Here's a window. Um, the plans are gonna show them exactly what kind of headers, what kind of lumber needs to be placed accordingly. And this is where your inspectors come in because if they don't do it correctly, the inspector's always going to find something. If they try to rush a job in framing, I mean it's the bones of the house. It has to be done right. It's okay. Sometimes a framer will miss something. They're going hard. They're going strong. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. But the inspector's not going to sign off on it until it's done properly. So you're in good hands, you know what I mean? And inspectors like to pride themselves in being very thorough. Very thorough. Too much thorough, if you ask me. It's good for you guys. It's good for everybody. You know what I mean? We get better. We learn. We pick up our mistakes. But that's what they're there for. That's your protection that you have. With the golden ticket, you know what I mean? You can't go wrong. So, when there's two inspections for the framework, okay? And the first framework is it's roof, it's shear wall and roof nailing. Shear wall and roof nailing, okay? That means they go up on top of the roof, they inspect the whole roof, make sure it's nailed correctly, make sure there's not a lot of shiners. Now, shiners means that there's nails that are protruding through where the cross members are not, the plywood is not being attached correctly. And they do that on the roof, and they also do it all the way around, as per se of what the plan says. So a lot of customers, like you, some people want the bare minimum. Bare minimum means exactly what the plan says. So just like on the corners, like if I'm just gonna make a square house, okay? 4 feet here, 4 feet here, 4 feet here, 4 feet here. I'm just doing an example, okay? So don't take it for code. All right, don't get me in trouble. 4 foot here, okay? Okay. And then you're gonna be like, why isn't the whole house, like an envelope? Well, the plan doesn't require it to be that way. But as a homeowner, that's when things start getting a little saucy there. You have to be able to tell, the carpenter's going to tell you, no, the carpenter's not going to tell you nothing. He's going to do it per plan. If you want to envelope the whole house, you have to let the carpenter know, the plan says, certain areas, I want the whole house sheeted. I want a whole envelope. Do it. I recommend to do it. I mean, you're talking about a few $1,000s more, a couple, but no, maybe less. Depending because I just heard on the news something about the lumber's going a little bit up because of something that I don't want to talk about. This is not a political channel, but it's worth paying that extra money to do it. But if not, you gotta just follow the plans. It's okay. Either way, the inspector's gonna follow everything and make sure everything is nailed down right correctly. He's gonna do a whole walkthrough. There's a lot of things that involve in framing. That I'm gonna be showing you hold downs, proper space nailing, proper anchor bolting, certain types of beams that have to go over windows, over garages. You gotta use the right one that it says that's on the plan. Okay, so that gets. So, anyways, there's 2 inspections on that one. Okay, I'm just going really quick on this one because I need you to know where I'm getting at. Okay, look. So you get you got the roof and shear wall nailing. That's the first inspection. That happens on the first time, right? The reason you don't get your rough framing right off the bat is because you're gonna have your plumbing, you're gonna have your the AC, electrical, cable, whatever else you want to do. And what they're gonna do is they're gonna drill holes in your framing. They're gonna drill holes everywhere throughout. They gotta make sure everything is properly sealed. You know what I mean? They have to look at all that because, believe it or not, but it's very incredible, right? But believe it or not, they sometimes damage your framework. It's unheard of, right? No, it's not. But you got to go back and fix it and do whatever. If there's an accident or anything, everything's got to be fixed. So when those guys go in, and I'll touch base with that a little bit. Like I said, I'm not trying to keep this one short. But when they go back in there, you're gonna do 3 inspections. You're gonna get your rough framing, your rough mechanical, rough electrical, and rough plumbing because they already went in there and destroyed it, and you went back and fixed it. All right, I'll get into each one of those individually. Nah, I think that's as far as I'm gonna go right now on that. You know what I mean? But I want to bring you visuals, and bring you pictures, and so I can show you what's going on. Oh, and remember last time I told you guys that I was gonna do this? Remember last time I said I was gonna, this is a patio application, all right? It's self-explanatory on that one, right? You have different types of applications depending on where you live at, okay? Like I always told you, you got to find out where you're at. If you're in the county or the city, you know what I mean? You got to know where your land is at. Look, this is a room edition one. This one's the one that you want right here. This is where you're gonna write down your 3 key people or what you want to do, and then when you fill out these applications, this is for the city. All right, you're gonna have to give them a couple sets of plans. I'm a dinosaur. Back then we used to have to give them 2 sets of plans, but nowadays everything's done through PDF files. All right, so I know how to do that too, right? And this is a county one. See how different they are? They're completely different from each other. So it's not the same. You have to find out where you're going to build and, see county again. You got to know which application you're going to use. That's why, if you guys run into problems or anything like that, that's why you call somebody and they can help you, like me. But anyways, I think that's it for today. I gotta make a big old trip down to Tucson. I'll go get my bobcat. I don't know what the hell's it doing over there. But I hope you found this informative. I'll go over it. Like I say, I always ad-lib. I do it on my own. You know what I mean? I don't have no script or nothing. I'll go back and see if I forgot anything. All right? Well, you guys have a great weekend, okay? Está bueno. Stay out of the heat. If you must. Nah, it's river time, huh? You better get it before the winter comes in here. It's time to go to the river. All right, guys. Take care. Peace. Bye. Oh, yeah, I always forget here.